St Clair Shores, what's happening? Derek here from M1 Realty, and I'm back with your April 2024 real estate market update for the city of St Clair Shores. Let's get into it. So it's been a pretty busy month. Currently in St. Clair Shores, there are 87 total properties on the market. And of those 87, 69 of them are single family homes. So the other ones are, condos or multifamilies, things like that. So in the grand scheme of things, 69 single family homes in a city the size of St. Clair Shores is not much. We could easily add 100 properties to that and be right within what the normal parameters are. So we're a little bit low on inventory, even though it's kind of early in the year still. So I would hope by like June or July, we're going to get to that, close to that point. The last few years have been trending a little bit lower than that, but we're about 12 to 13% up on inventory year over year. So we'll see what happens. But so of those properties that are on the market right now, we only had 70 that sold in the month of March. And the average sale price in March in St. Clair Shores was $218,683. Now that's down 2.2% versus the month of February, but it's up 8.2% versus March of 2023. That's kind of what we've been seeing the last 6 or 7 months if you've been paying attention to these videos, where our average sale price has been kind of all over the place. Like we were up over 300,000 for a month. It dropped down almost to under 200 a couple months ago. Now we're kind of back up into the 200s. I would expect that to just kind of appreciate a little bit month over month from here on out for the next few months. I think we're going to probably settle somewhere in the 225 to 245 range when that averages out, probably going through summer. We'll just have to see what happens though. And even though prices are kind of bouncing all over the place right now, the thing that shows me that the market is still really strong is the average home that sold in March in St. Clair Shores sold for 99.2% of asking price. And it sold in an average of 20 days on the market. Now, a lot of the other cities that I track on a monthly basis, we're talking like 45, 50, 60 days on market on average. And in St. Clair Shores, we're still getting them sold in 20 days, so less than 3 weeks on average, and we're getting almost full price on average. So to me, that's an indication of a very strong, healthy, robust market. And another indication of that is the inventory level. We only have 0.7 months worth of inventory on the market in St. Clair Shores right now. So what that means is if nothing else hit the market from today, in about 3.5 weeks, we're going to be out of properties. There's not going to be anything left on the market. Everything will have sold. So, I mean, that's a pretty good indication that things are looking strong for the rest of the year. But let's kind of dig into that a little bit more. Obviously, one of the big factors that's impacting the housing market right now are interest rates, which the inflation report came back a couple days ago. It's a little bit higher than what the Fed's target is. Their target's 2%. I think it came back at 3.2, which is much better than it was like a year ago. We were at 9% year over year inflation. Now it's at 3%, so we've cut that by 2/3. We're still got a little bit of ways to go. So I think everybody was anticipating that the Fed would cut rates in May. I'm not so sure that's going to happen now. So it might be another month or two before we see a rate cut. And even then, I'm guessing going to be a small one, probably 0.25%, maybe even less. So, I mean, we'll see. But I mean, the market overall, I think, is anticipating a rate cut. So when that happens, we're going to see mortgage rates drop down probably more than that 0.25% mark. And you got to keep in mind too, like right now we're at about on average about 6.7%. Back 6 months ago we were at 8%. So it's actually more affordable now to purchase a house than it was this time last year. The rates were higher then than they are now. So that's a good factor. And on top of that, the average sale price is actually down a little bit. So if you're looking to sell a home, it's still a strong market. I mean, we're still well above where we have been traditionally, like the past 4 or 5 year, average. Where houses are selling for almost $220,000 right now. If you go back 2 or 3 years, they were under $200,000 on average. So we're looking good there. But when rates drop down, what's going to happen is prices probably will shoot back up. So I don't know, if you're a buyer, you have to make that calculation. Is it better now to lock in that home at a lower price that you can get it right now, even though the interest rate's higher? Because what's going to happen when the rates go down, the prices will probably go up. So even though your monthly payment might stay the same, all things considered, if you kept at a lower rate at a higher price point, but the advantage you have of purchasing now is you can refinance. So say you lock in, you get that house at 6.7%, and a year from now mortgage rates are 5.7%. The person that is buying in at 5.7, their payment's going to be what it is, but you can actually drop your payment down substantially by refinancing. So, that's a personal choice. It really, if that's the right move for you to make a move now as opposed to waiting a year. I mean, I can't make that decision for you, but if that's something that you think would benefit you and your family, it's definitely something to think about. If you do have any questions about that or anything else, any other stats, any other cities, you can always reach out to me directly at 586-491-5622. Call or text me anytime. You can also email me at dwerenka@m1realty.net. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, you can DM me. I'm on all those platforms. I'll respond to you quick. And again, thank you so much for watching these guys. I really appreciate it. I will be back next month with another market update, and I'll be back next week with another video. So appreciate you subscribing, and like I said, anything that I can do for you guys, that's what I'm here for. So until next month, thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Have a great one.